What is up, YouTube? Element here, and we're back and finally off to the races for yet another year of anticipation as we look forward to the continuation of the saga in Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So let's jump straight into this breakdown. First things first, I want to stress this as much as possible because it has a lot to do with how I've felt about where this franchise is going since day one of The Force Awakens. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi's theme playing, the very first theme in The Last Jedi. I just want to throw that out there. I am not making any speculations. Yes, I am. Rey is a Kenobi. And then we hear a mix of the Force and Rey's theme.
Just breathe. Now, reach out.
Definitely reminiscent of Man of Steel here. This is definitely a symbol of her growth in power and the growth in her control and mastery of the Force and the results of her training with Luke.
What do you see? Light.
We see a shattered Darth Vader mask as she says darkness, and there's a lot of speculation about whether or not Kylo Ren will receive a mask redesign, and this is quite possibly our first clue into the matter. We may see him adopt his grandfather's mask in some way, shape, or adapted form.
Darkness. A balance.
We happen upon some grimoires, quite possibly from the First Jedi Order, as they are on Ahch-To and the First Jedi Temple. I'm also wondering if there is within these books Obi-Wan's journals that Luke seemingly has as written in the comics.
It's so much bigger.
We see Finn in some sort of chamber. Maybe it's a cryo chamber or some kind of medical chamber. Poe running away from something. As we can see here, the base is under heavy attack. See Rey running off to battle Kylo. And then we see Captain Phasma makes her return in this frame and possibly leading the attack that has the rebels, or at least the opposing side, devastated. And I can't wait for this moment because I felt like she was very underused and underwhelming in The Force Awakens, and she deserves to have at least her opposing nature displayed or on display as one of the villains of this franchise.
To end.
Then we finally have Luke saying it's time for the Jedi to end, which has a lot of implications. Now, going back to when Luke asked Rey, "What do you see?" and she answers, "The light, darkness, and the balance," I'm very much closer and closer to concluding that this movie will very much be about the end of the Jedi and the rise of the Bendu, or the balance. Now, if you don't know Bendu, he was introduced in Star Wars Rebels as a representative of the center of the Force, a neutral entity that resided on neither the light side or the dark side of the Force. And I think this is where Luke is headed, especially after his attempts to rekindle the Jedi Order was destroyed by Kylo Ren. I think Luke means to invoke a new ideology that focuses on the balance of the two sides of the Force, which would probably result in a more well-rounded and powerful being. We already know that upon meeting Luke, Rey has this sterling image of Luke Skywalker and comes to realize that he's not quite what she expected based on her comments at the Star Wars Celebration panel. The teaser has a very Mr. Miyagi, Master Yoda feel to it, but it also foreshadows a lot of things. One of the fall of the Jedi, and two, the rise of something new. We still don't know too much about the overarching plot of the film, and that's what I like. A 2-minute teaser that is literally a tease. With so many teaser trailers nowadays being actual full trailers, it's a breath of fresh air. But man, I'm going back to why they started the teaser with Obi-Wan's theme. He's going to have a role in the upcoming penultimate and ultimate episode of this trilogy, and I'm hoping that my theories dating all the way back to the opening of The Force Awakens finally gets vindicated, but we will see. Anyways, what did you all think of the teaser? Was there anything I missed? Did you have a different interpretation of any of the dialogue? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.